Welcome traders. In today's video, I'll show you a strategy using a special trading tool made by Dean Malone, who has lots of experience in the financial markets. This indicator helps you understand what's happening in the market, the volume in the market, which direction it's going, and where you can find good trades. I will be explaining the strategy and the indicators used in it in detail. So let's start the video. So I'm in TradingView, and this is what our chart is going to look like when we are done setting up our indicators. We are going to be using 3 indicators in this strategy. This is a pretty simple strategy, and traders of any skill level can take advantage of this. I'm going to be using Bitcoin chart on a 15-minute time frame to explain this strategy. Now I'll quickly remove these indicators from the chart so I can explain their settings from the beginning. First of all, let's add the main indicator of our strategy to the chart. For that, we will head over to the Indicator Search tab and search for TDI Indicator. After this, select the indicator made by Jace Donovan and add it to the chart. This is the TDI indicator, which stands for the Trader's Dynamic Index. It is an advanced indicator, however. The principles of the indicator are actually quite simple. The indicator displays and combines multiple indicators, allowing you to read the market sentiment, volatility, and momentum at the same time. The first indicator it consists of is the RSI indicator. In the TDI indicator, the RSI is used to determine the strength of the trend. Then the moving averages are used to smooth the lines. Finally, the Bollinger Bands are used to estimate the volatility of the market. To understand how we can use the indicator, let's first go over how the indicators are integrated into the TDI. The red line right here represents the RSI indicator. The indicator can be used to identify the strength of a trend or to determine if the market is oversold or overbought. The green line is a simple moving average that has been applied to the RSI indicator and can be used to determine if a trend has changed or not. The orange line is the basis of the Bollinger Bands indicator. This line is also commonly known as the middle Bollinger line. This line is usually used to identify the overall market direction and sentiment. The final 2 lines that are integrated into the indicator are the upper and lower Bollinger Bands. These lines help estimate the volatility of the market by showing the amplitude of the oscillations. Now, let's change the indicator settings to optimize the indicator for the strategy. So we will head over to the Indicator Settings tab and click on the Inputs tab. We will first be changing the RSI period to 13. After that, we will change the band length to 34. Finally, we will change the fast EMA length to 2 and change the slow EMA length to 7. Make sure you follow these settings carefully so that you get the best results out of this strategy. Now let's also change the style settings of the indicator. Click on the Style tab. After that, disable the slow EMA. You can also change the opacity and saturation of the lines to make them easier to see. That was all that we needed to do. Now let's take a look at how the indicator can be used to enter into positions. By the way, if you don't feel like analyzing prices yourself, you can join my free Telegram group. Here I share daily the buy and sell positions I open. The link is in the description below this video. The first method of reading the indicator is by looking for a crossover of the middle orange line with the red line. If the red line crosses above the orange line, this indicates that there's a longer-term buying trend starting, which signals that it is a good idea to enter into a buy position. The opposite is true for sell positions. If the red RSI line crosses below the orange line, then this indicates that the market has switched to a longer-term downtrend, indicating that it is a good idea to enter into a sell position. Even though this method works well, it doesn't incorporate the upper and lower Bollinger Band lines. A good way of reading the TDI indicator is a way that incorporates both the RSI and the Bollinger Bands. This works by looking for times where the RSI spikes above or below the Bollinger Band lines. This allows you to dynamically look for overbought and oversold zones. Whenever the ERSI indicator crosses above the upper Bollinger Band lines, it is considered that the market is overbought. This means that it's a good time to sell. To enter into a buy position, the RSI indicator will need to cross below the lower Bollinger Band, indicating that the market is oversold. And we can enter a buy position here. As you can see, entering into positions with this method works quite well. However, there are still false signals that are generated. To avoid these false signals, let's add 2 more indicators to the chart to complete the strategy. So let's open the indicators table. The first indicator that we will be adding is the exponential moving average. So I will search for the EMA indicator and add it to the chart. The second indicator that we will be adding to the chart is the triple exponential moving average, also known as the TEMA. So I will search for the TEMA indicator and select the indicator made by TradingView. Those were all of the indicators that we will be using for this strategy. We will first change the EMA indicator settings. We will navigate to the EMA indicator settings and click on the Inputs tab. We will be changing the length to 200. After that, click on the Style tab. Here we will be changing the color to white. Now we will head over to the settings of the second indicator. We will first change the length to 200. After that, head over to the Style tab. Here, we will be changing the color of the indicator to yellow. That was all that we needed to do. Now that our chart is set, let's go through the rules for entering a buy and sell trade using this strategy. So for a buy trade, there are certain conditions that we need to meet to ensure that we have a high probability of success. The first thing we look for is the red RSI line on the TDI indicator to close outside of the lower Bollinger Band line. This indicates that the market is currently oversold and could potentially reverse soon. Secondly, we need the price action to touch or go below the triple exponential moving average, which is an indicator of a strong downtrend. Finally, we want the price action to be above both the triple exponential moving average and the regular EMA, which shows that the trend is starting to reverse. Once we have met all three of these conditions, we can enter into the position on the first candlestick that closes above both moving averages. So if all these conditions are fulfilled, we know the signal is valid and we can open a buy position here. So I'll open a buy position here. To manage our risk, we will be placing the stop loss at the recent swing low, which is a level where we expect the market to reverse if it continues to move against us. For the take profit, we will be targeting a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio for 50% of the position and a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio for the remaining 50%. This means that we are aiming to make twice as much profit as we are risking for the second half of the position. Now let's see how the trade plays out. As you can see, the first take profit target has been met here. This means that we can now move our take profit and aim for a 2 times risk to reward ratio. After doing so, we will also be moving the stop loss to break even to avoid losses. Now let's go through one more buy trade example. Here we can see the red line has crossed below lower Bollinger Band line, and the price went really close to the triple exponential moving average, and then it went above both the triple exponential moving average and the regular EMA, which showed us that the trend is starting to reverse. So I will open a buy trade here following the money management rule explained. And now let's see if the price will hit out take profit target or not. As you can see, the price hit our first target, and then it also hit our second take profit target of 2. I hope you guys have understood the rules for entering a buy trade using this strategy. Now let's quickly go through the rules for entering a sell trade using this strategy. By the way, if you don't feel like analyzing prices yourself, you can join my free Telegram group. Here I share daily the buy and sell positions I open. The link is in the description below this video. So to enter into a sell position, the following conditions will need to be met. First, we will need the red line on the TDI indicator to close above the upper Bollinger Band line. This indicates that the market is overbought. Secondly, we need the price action to touch or go above the triple exponential moving average, like it did here. Finally, the price action needs to move below both the triple exponential moving average and the regular EMA, indicating a potential reversal. So if all three conditions are met, we can enter into the position on the first candlestick that closes below both moving averages. However, we also need to be cautious of the RSI indicator crossing below the lower Bollinger Band, indicating an oversold market. In such cases, we shouldn't enter the position as the market could potentially reverse again soon. However, this isn't the case here, so let's enter into the position. To manage risk, we will place the stop loss at the recent swing high and take profit target to 1 risk to reward ratio for 50 of the position and a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio for the remaining 50s. Now let's see how the trade plays out. The first take profit target has been met, meaning that we can now move our take profit and aim for a 2 times risk reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. I hope this video could showcase a few interesting and profitable ways that the TDI indicator can be used to enter into positions. So this is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching the video till the end. I'll see you guys in the next video.